In today's video, Adam and I sit down with the amazing Dr. Shawn Baker to talk about carnivore diet and these incredible stories of healing.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number.
Are these just anecdotes or something more? And is carnivore diet actually growing? We're going to get Dr. Baker's take on this, and I'm a little nervous. We recently finished filming for our documentary, Healing Humanity, The Power of a Proper Human Diet, and we have our trailer done. And we're going to show our trailer to Dr. Baker in this video, and he's seeing it for the first time. This is going to be his reaction. So there you have it, Dr. Baker. That is our new trailer, and very interested to hear what your thoughts are.
I've been a part of several movies now over the last several years, and I got to be honest, I think.
Before we jump into today's video with Dr. Shawn Baker, I wanted to let you guys know that I will be at Meatstock 2026 in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's happening May 2nd and May 3rd. And not only will I be there, Dr. Shawn Baker, who's in today's video, will be there as well as Dr. Chafee, Dr. Barry, Dr. Berg. The lineup of individuals coming to Meatstock 2026 is incredible, and you can get $50 off your ticket right now by using code HEALINGHUMANITY. There is a link in the description below. I encourage you guys to go check it out, and I encourage you all, don't wait till the last minute. Everybody always does that. I really believe this event is going to sell out. Now, let's jump into today's video with Dr. Shawn Baker. Hello and welcome. Carrie here from Healing Humanity, The Power of a Proper Human Diet. And today I'm joined by Adam Lacey and Dr. Shawn Baker. Welcome. Dr. Baker, how have you been?
I've been wonderful. Been really good. Like I said, we were talking off camera. I just got back from out of the country and started immediately back to a full 100% beef diet. And I'm feeling wonderful with that. So yeah, really good.
I love to hear it. Yeah, I've done a couple stretches of strict lion diet, only beef, and I've never felt better in my life when I'm doing it that way. So we're excited to chat with you, Dr. Baker. We got some new developments in our documentary. We have a brand new trailer. We're interested in sharing with you because you're a huge part of our documentary. And we also wanted to talk to you a little bit about these carnivore stories. And is carnivore diet exploding, or are these just a bunch of anecdotes? I know you've interviewed probably more than you can count, maybe over 1,000 people by now, if not more, on your channel.
Well, yeah, I mean, certainly carnivore continues to grow. I mean, I think it just works for a lot of people. I mean, it's maybe it's not for every single person out there, but for those that it has been helpful, it's been a godsend. It really, as you know, I mean, your part of your documentary shows how it's dramatically changed people's lives for the better. So yeah, I think it's here to stay. I think in some form or fashion. I will just tell you with our company, Rivera, we are administering carnivore diets and seeing tremendous transformations. I mean, I've looked at all of our data that we've got on our first several hundreds of patients, and it is pretty damn remarkable. So I think this is something that is going to continue to change the landscape of how we think about health and medicine, quite honestly.
Yeah, so you said you stated that you feel like carnivore is exploding right now. So how many people do you think are actually eating a carnivore diet worldwide?
I mean, certainly into the hundreds of thousands. I mean, we may be at this point where people that have at least had spent some time with it, we're probably getting close to 1 million people, I would say, at this point, because I mean, just from what I've seen, I mean, there's so many people out there. I mean, just across social media, and I know some people will criticize what's just social media, but it's undeniable that it has grown enormously.
So, Dr. Baker, our documentary is mostly focused on these individual stories of healing. You've talked to a lot of folks over the years. Are there any stories that really stand out in your memory in terms of healing?
Yeah, God, there's so many now. I mean, I think, and I've been doing this, and, if you guys remember, I mean, there was I collected, I had this thing called meatheals.com for a while where I just collected anecdotes. This is almost 7, 8, 9 years ago. I said 7, 8 years ago, I think, something like that. I started collecting these stories And I found that just like you do, these anecdotes, these stories are very powerful. They influence people very much, and they're very emotionally, compelling to see. And I've seen these now over and over again. I mean, like the first time I saw a gal, I put Ehlers-Danlos syndrome into quiescence. I mean, it's like, this is weird. It's a genetic connective tissue disorder. I'm like, how the hell would diet impact a genetic disorder? But it did, and it does, and it has done that over and over again. I've seen, people with multiple sclerosis. I've seen people that had, anorexia, which, most people just think, oh, that's just somebody's got an eating disorder and they're skinny. But a lot of those women die from this disease. I mean, it is a horrible, horrible condition. And I mean, you probably are aware of some of the people that I'm aware of that have basically saved their life with that. I mean, I've had people that, I remember this one particular, it was like a 15, 16-year-old girl, redheaded gal. I remember she had red hair, and she had Tourette's syndrome, which is this, weird neurologic disorder. We have these vocal tics, and you just make these screams and screeches and swear unexpectedly, uncontrollably. And there's really no cure for that. I mean, some people put them on, certain various medications, which don't really work that well. She was vegan, and her parents grew up in a vegan household, and she had to beg her parents to let her to eat meat so she could get stronger for what she wanted to be on the track team. And just coincidentally, she ended up going carnivore, and it put her Tourette's in, basically cured her Tourette's syndrome, which was very amazing. And I mean, and obviously the weight loss. I mean, people losing 100, 200, 300, 400 pounds, 500 pounds. You guys don't know Lindy, who's dropped 500 plus pounds, and I mean, just amazing, incredible stuff all across the board. I could probably, talk for hours and hours and hours and end on all these incredible stories. I mean, the gal who had her, I remember recently talking to a woman who had a little kid with, I think, I think she's about 4 or 5 years old now, but she was diagnosed with this very rare gut disorder, with malformed gut, or malfunctioning gut, to where she was, most of those kids die. Probably 95% of those kids die before they reach 5 years of age. And her daughter was feeding tubes and TPN nutrition, swollen belly, and 20 some pounds at 3 years of age, just on the verge of death. Put the kid on carnivore, and all of a sudden, it's a complete turnaround. Now she's running around like a normal little kid. Just incredible. And normally those kids die. Normally, in the few that live, will end up with an intestine transplant. And she's this little kid running around, like acting like a normal kid, which has never been seen before. So many neat stories.
That's absolutely beautiful. Hearing stories like that, and we are, we're eager to feature some of these stories in the documentary as well. So with that being said, with so many stories coming out now, do you see more physicians opening up to carnivore now than maybe in the past?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Compared to when I started. When I started, I was the only guy. I was one guy, no one, there was no other physicians out there. There was one other physician that kind of talked about it, but he didn't really have any traction at all. And then I started talking. Of course, I went on Rogan back in 2017 and took a lot of arrows. Everybody thought I was nuts. And now there's, as you guys know, there's hundreds of physicians that are talking about this stuff now. So yeah, I mean, it's growing and continues to grow, and a lot of physicians are more open to it. I mean, most of them, most of the physicians are busy doing their job, and they're just doing what they normally do. And maybe they have a little bit of time for this. We've hired a lot of them at Rivera. I mean, they work for us part-time because that's what they do. They do their normal job, and then they have fun actually curing patients with what we do. So yeah, I mean, there's more and more that people that get this, because you can't unsee it. Once you see it, it's just impossible not to see again. It's impossible to bite your tongue. It's like, well, not everybody's ready to receive that message, as you guys are probably aware. But yeah, it's growing for sure.
Our earlier trailer features rancher Maggie, and every time we show Maggie, people get really excited. And when Adam and I filmed you, Dr. Baker, for the documentary, we got some incredible footage. I can't wait to share that with the world. But we did the farmer's carry, which we coined the Rancher Maggie Challenge. Rancher Maggie, for those that haven't seen her yet, we coined it the Rancher Maggie Challenge because when Adam and I filmed her, she carried 4 25-pound buckets of feed, so right around 100 pounds, which was pretty impressive.
I mean, you should obviously be remiss not pointing out that she's, what, 82, 83 years of age in that picture. I mean, just so inspiring. God, that's amazing.
Yeah, she's incredible. I can't wait to share her story. She's been eating carnivore for 65 years. But I guess just a quick follow-up, Dr. Baker, I posted that video on my YouTube channel doing the Maggie challenge with Dr. Baker. And I'm getting a lot of people asking, they want to turn this into a thing. Like, how do I do it? So can you kind of just remind us, how much weight were we carrying when Adam and I did that alongside you? And how long roughly was the distance?
Well, so it's basically my driveway. And as you know, there's a nice steep hill at the end there, which makes it a little fun at the end. Yeah. So that driveway is just under a quarter of a mile, the lap around there. And the weights we were using were just 60 pounds in each hand. So 120 pounds or just under a quarter of a mile. So with a hill, with a hill up and down. So
the man maker at the end.
The man maker at the end. Yeah. That's a fun one. Yeah. I've had several people. I had over a few months ago, Mark Bell, Mike Mutzel came out and we did the same thing. So we all did that. So same thing. It's a tough challenge. Whenever I have guests over, we kind of do that. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Adam, what do you think? Should we roll this trailer?
I think so.
Yeah. So
I'm
Dr.
excited to see
Baker.
it. Yeah. Let's see it. Yeah. It's awesome.
All right. Just a quick disclosure for everyone watching. When you do a movie like this, you have multiple trailers for different purposes. We're doing a third trailer, and Dr. Baker, you're actually a big part of the third trailer as well. But the third trailer is your more traditional trailer that you would imagine trying to get people in the seats to go watch the film. It's also, Dr. Baker, the third trailer is going to be really tricky for us because we want it to be accessible, and we don't want to just preach to the carnivore keto crowd. We want to reach people outside that.
Can I ask you guys, do you have an estimate of when we're going to be able to see the whole film? Because we're doing trailers. Do we have when's the release date, or do we know?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for asking. That's a great question. That's one of the big questions we get. So just real quick, we filmed 60 people all over the world, and Dr. Baker was fittingly our final interview for the documentary. We're completely done filming now, which is a huge milestone after 2 years. We're in post-production through the end of the year, and we're hoping to have it all finished up early next year. So early next year for the main documentary, but then we're also doing a series, and we've already filmed quite a bit for the series because we filmed so much already. So in the series, we're going to have a whole episode on autoimmune disorders, a whole episode on depression, a whole episode on cancer. Yep. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll show you the trailer. And for anyone watching it, if you enjoyed it and you're like, I want to watch that again, or you want to share it, that's the best way you can help us get the word out. You can just go to healinghumanity.movie. Both of our trailers are right there. You can share them. You can sign up for a free email newsletter so we can send you a message when the next trailer's out and when the documentary's out. So here we go. Trailer number 2.
When I walk into a grocery store and see thousands of items on the shelf, that does not register in my brain as food. And of course it's not. This has never been food to any human being for the entirety of human history.
We've been soaking up the wrong information for so long.
Everything I thought I knew about nutrition turned out to be wrong. And it doesn't take that long to figure it out if you look at the actual science.
Your body, even though you feel like it betrayed you years ago, you actually betrayed it.
I was following the rules and getting sicker for it.
I was hopeless. I was really hopeless, and I thought, yeah, this is the way it's going to be.
I don't think I would have made it. I honestly don't. I mean, I was 69 pounds, almost hooked up to a feeding tube.
I probably had 30 days left until I was dead.
My thought was I'm going to die, and I'm not going to have a chance to tell everybody that I love them one last time.
That's just more pills and more pills and more pills and more sickness and more disease.
I look at people now on the street and I see them not doing well, and I just wonder what the food that they're eating is doing to them.
We're learning from our past way of eating that somehow we're damaging disease.
I want to live in a world where every doctor is not managing disease, but trying to get to the root cause of why people are sick in the first place.
That's what being a doctor's all about, isn't it? Being able to take somebody who's got no hope and give them hope. And it's a real hope. It's a true hope. It's not a false hope. I'm not interested in any other profession. There you go, right in my face. Perfect.
I just remember being so excited about being alive again.
Changing my diet absolutely saved my life.
Plain and simple, I would not be here today.
I have my life back.
It was like with a new lens, new eyes, was using them for the first time.
Even though I'm 5.5 years in, I still wake up feeling impressed.
I felt the best I ever felt in my life.
I never thought I'd have a life. I really thought my life was over. And if I hadn't have found this lifestyle, that I would not be sitting here with you today. No way.
I'm 82 years old, which is just a chronological number.
Pull yourself up, you just swing your leg over and you're over.
It's not healthcare, it's sick care. We don't need doctors if we're eating properly. We don't need medications.
That is our new trailer, and very interested to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that. It's so powerful. You guys did such a great job. I'm excited for, hopefully millions of people to watch this thing. That would be totally awesome, because it's going to change. It's going to change a lot of folks for sure. It's going to help change the world.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate your feedback. That means a lot coming from you, and that's the goal too. In terms of distribution, for example, there's a couple different paths we could take. And there's a path you could take where let's try to make as much money as we can. That's not what we're interested in at all. In fact, we'll be lucky if we break even. Our goal is to have this to be as accessible as possible to reach millions of people. So we're likely going to be doing a hybrid release, or maybe it's in the theaters for a little bit, but we want it to be accessible to as many people, millions of people as possible, hopefully to help them find healing. So yeah, we're excited to get out of the world. Really appreciate your nice comments. And I can't wait for the third trailer. You're going to be a much bigger part in the third trailer. It was kind of quick, but you had 3 or 4 shots in there. But part of the problem was we filmed you last as the 60th interview.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have seen the trailers and excited about it. Like I said, I'm just I've been a part of several movies now over the last several years, and I got to be honest, I think this is my favorite one. So I just put it that, and I think there's been some, and I not to just slight anybody else I've been in, but I just think you guys are going to have perhaps the biggest impact, but we'll see what happens.
That means a lot coming from you, Dr. Baker, and I really appreciate it. We're really trying to do something different with our documentary and focus on the individual stories. I feel like that's what's missing from a lot of documentaries. And I'm not just talking about other keto documentaries, just in general. They're often mostly science, and people just don't have the attention span. You got to make an emotional connection and be able to relate to that story. And I think that's what we're doing differently. That's getting people really excited. So yeah, I can't wait for people to see the full documentaries. People are fired up about the trailer, and there's a lot more to come in the main documentary. So we really appreciate all your nice words and appreciate your time. So thank you so much, Dr. Baker.
Yeah, well, anytime. Let me know what I can do to help. And as you guys know, I'm generally, when I usually try to do my best to help out when I can. So thanks.
Yeah, you've been more than generous with your time and shouting out our work. So we really appreciate it.